Welcome home, Bitcoin truth seekers. It is June 20th, 3:33 p.m. here in the Arizona desert. It's a holiday today. It's Juneteenth. So I'm a little bit slow getting started. I've been taking, well, actually, I haven't been doing anything for Juneteenth, but still a little slow getting started. Anyway, I wanted to take a look at the market. It's interesting. Let's see what's going on. S&P futures appear, from what I can see, to be up for Tuesday. So Bitcoin's not doing too bad. It's kind of holding 20K. And if our S&P futures open on a positive note, Bitcoin most likely will also. S&P 500 and Bitcoin are pretty much, you could overlay the charts. They are at one. And let's face it, S&P is the big guy. Bitcoin is not. Bitcoin's following S&P. So let's get started. BitcoinDailyView.com. We got more for you there. Go check it out. Now, pre-markets. Now, I am not a pro at this, and I'm still kind of learning this stuff. I'm going to post this in the live chat. But this is what I believe is a look at our pre-market futures for Tuesday. And so S&P futures for Tuesday morning are looking like up 34 points. So good enough, right? NASDAQ up 110 points, Dow up 246 points. So good to go, right? I mean, if we can open up in the green, then we're probably going to have a green crypto market also, because it's kind of been holding on. It's just been sort of holding on towards the positive side of things this weekend. So if we can keep strong, keep near, keep above 20K for Bitcoin, it's going to be a good Monday. So as far as Tuesday, as far as I can tell, we're looking good for futures telling us that Tuesday will be a green day out of the chute. All right, now Bitcoin trading volume explicitly is 3.7 billion. Good enough. We're above 3 billion. We're even above really 3.5 billion. So ultimately, the volume is not too bad. It's good enough. Okay. Looking at, oops, sorry about that. Had a little bit of a weird thing just happen. All right, sorry about that. Here we go. Sorry about that. Okay, so looking here, we've got, of course, Bitcoin trade volume is probably the most accurate at 3.7. Cryptometer.io, it's a bit more optimistic. It says 6 billion basically. So, somewhere in between those two. What I like here is that we can see here that over the last 24 hours, it's been like 61% buy and 38% sell volume. But right now, I believe that this one here implies, these two imply, I think like the last hour or so. So it's 50% buy, 49% sell. So overall, we definitely have a nice positive buy bias going on right now. I like that. There is a YouTube. I would share it right now. I think I probably could. One sec. YouTube. Let me go to Crypto Lark. Crypto Lark did an amazing one this morning, and I will actually just take someone to share this link here, copy link, put that in live chat. Very, very good video about why did the market dump. So I shared in live chat right now. Take a look if you want. It's a short video, but it gets into some of the fundamentals of why was it dumping this morning, and of course it did recover. So we had a massive sell-off. I think it was yesterday, or really over the weekend, and by scared retail investors, also by institutional sellers, and it didn't kill Bitcoin. It really didn't do too bad for the volume of sell-off that we had. So definitely Bitcoin through this weekend has so far been holding pretty strong against some sell pressure. So Bitcoin right now is staying above 20,000, 20,364. As you can see, the top 100, they've been greener earlier today, but in general, we're holding kind of a neutral, just barely neutral to a green trend here in the top 100. Synthetic Network doing great. SNX looking good. Celsius Network doing good at 46%. One thing about Celsius that I must mention is there's a lot of negative news right now about it, because they are withholding with withdrawals. They basically, you can get interest on crypto. They do crypto loans, etc. And they right now, just because of the volatility and issues and dumping, they have not been allowing withdrawals. But since I think withdrawals have not been allowed, or not been possible, I guess you could say. I've gotten 2 interest payments on crypto that I have in the Celsius network, and I'm just not really concerned about it. I've made a crap ton off of Celsius having crypto in there and stable coins, and anyway, I think it's just fine. And somebody knows something because it's pumping right now, so we'll take a look at that. I will say, though, looking at spot trading pairs, we're just not seeing positive volume. It's mostly in the red, and it's been that way all day. So very few exchanges have a positive trading volume. Mostly it's been decreasing today, although the top 100, as we can see over here, are not, dying, and Bitcoin is staying above 20,000 overall. And Ethereum Classic, wow, up 5%. Whatever anyone does with that, I have no idea, but it is performing quite well recently. Anyway, looking at longs versus shorts, I think we're in a bit of an indecisive market right now because longs are 51%, shorts are 48%. For Bitcoin on Binance, that is pretty darn close, definitely indecisive. And then, of course, for Ethereum, it's 51% and long, 48% short. So basically, a lot of indecisiveness right now. No one knows exactly what they want to do. All right, looking at, actually, before we keep going any further, let's look at derivatives on Binance. 50 billion is good for derivatives, basically longs versus shorts with leverage. 50 billion is like the least you want to ever see. 60 billion is better. 70 billion is a great week. I mean a great day. Right now we're at 59.6. So actually not bad futures on Binance for that massive volume. But those are the guys who have the volume. I look there to see what the market mood is. Now looking at Bitcoin versus USDT. It's been a tough weekend. We really have been here in the 45-minute chart. You can see really been struggling to break through the 200 moving average. That's white moving average right there. And it's been a challenge. It's broken it a few times. It's gotten rejected. It's working on it. In general, the chart right now is showing some pretty good strength. Bitcoin is not doing bad. If I was to, let me actually fire up a daily chart here. One thing I do like to see here on the daily, I think is very important, is that on the daily chart, we do see the tangent of the MACD on the daily is beginning to trend towards positive. It's still, pointing down, not tangenting up, but still the histogram is closing in the right direction. So this is a very positive thing. You can have quite the wonderful price action when you have crosses down here below the heartbeat. And so as you can see, if we look at that, how they correspond, definitely we could see some upward movement. Of course, sometimes we don't, but it's just something to watch. Sometimes a positive cross like here, as you can see, doesn't really amount to much. But then again, sometimes that nice positive cross down here does amount to quite a big run. So I wanted to take this real quick. Let me dump this. Dump the MACD. And let me actually this is a fib sequence that I've been, playing with for quite a while. And if we go way back here to the 15th of March or 14th of March, 2020, we had that visit down to 3K. This is wonderful. I mean, look at this wonderful, wonderful, badass chart. I'm very inspired by it. So I think this is a great place to start the fib. That basically mid-March 2020. We were down at around, 3K. We're moving up ever since then. It's a beautiful chart. It really is, to me, very, very sticky. The fib sequence really does fit what's been going on. I'm going to quickly put this in here. This is the 618 golden pocket. As you can see, the 618 has been an important fib level. We really tried to hold it for a while recently, could not, broke below all important moving averages, but we are doing right now, as far as we can tell so far on the daily chart, we are looking at, if we want to be optimistic, we are looking at a 786 bounce. I mean, a 618 bounce would have been great. A 618 bounce in the golden pocket between 618 and 650 would have been great, but it didn't happen. Tell you what, though, if you go down to a 786, which is right around 17,750, that is a great thing. You really cannot complain. That really gets rid of the weak hands. It's just not a bad thing. So I would have liked to see the 618 bounce at around 28,000, but you know what? It did not happen. But in truth, when it comes to the probability of a nice, powerful upswing, then the 786 bounce is wonderful. I mean, if you go below that, you're out. Then I'll be stocking shelves part-time at Whole Foods. That's going to be a drastically terrible market. And if we don't hold that 786, then if we go below that, then really I would probably just be doing some shorting with leverage over on Bybit or something, because we're done at that point. Then all the doomers, they get their wish. But right now, looking at really, a big amount of time and a powerful fib, which has really played out so far ever since the middle of March 2020. This has just been right on, only proven itself more sticky. It really does fit very well. We've gotten to the 786. We're seeing a nice bounce here. It makes sense. Bitcoin has in the past, let me grab this here. As you can see, when we have visited the 786 before, it was when we were on the way up, of course, yes, but it did hang out there for a while. So it would not surprise me if maybe we kind of bounced on a little bit and then moved up. But so far, looking at the daily chart, we're making a pretty nice wick down and bounce. So this is a perfect, wonderful setup. I will say that this purple one is a 20 WMA, a very important moving average, and the 50 here. The green is the 50. So let's see if we can get a bounce back above that 618, back to around like, it's around 30,000 really. But Bitcoin can do that in a day. It really can. So let's watch what happens. Finding support above this 20 WMA, very important. And above the 50 moving average, very important also. If we do get a nice pump and a break above the 618 here, which is around 28,675, I think at that point we will probably keep that traction and move up, barring some kind of a frigging global disaster, which these days is probable. You better put that into your trading strategy. So anyway, we're looking good. This chart is wonderful. I'm gonna actually grab this thing here, copy a link to chart image. I'm gonna put this in the live chat if you so desire to check it out. I think it actually does have some validity. And I'm not the only one who's been watching this chart. Some really epic traders who have made their money in life, and they're just trading for fun at this time. Actually, look at this chart also. And one of them is Jonathan Regan over at Blockchain Education here. This is a great group. I hope that you come join the team. You'll have fun. Blockchain Education right here. Is an infomercial. Here's an affiliate link. Please hook me up if you join. I make a few bucks, and I'll just see in the chat and getting in on some of the automated trading and such. And come join. There's kind of a fast track on learning the trading methodology, and when you know it, you're going to be, well, I can't guarantee anything, but I'm just going to say I myself have done quite well just using Blockchain Education's trading methodology. It's pretty darn good. All right, so. Looking at REN BTC, here's the thing. Right now, even though Bitcoin might be on its way down, sometimes it can be kind of hard to short. Like right now, I'm a little bit, we're just playing with slight percentages, so it gets to me a little bit difficult to make money shorting and longing Bitcoin. So I pretty much just, anyway, long story, but I actually put a sell order in way up here above the 618 when I saw it getting weak, and it didn't happen. I thought it did, and it didn't. So I ended up riding this down a lot more than I wanted to. Didn't hedge out as much as I wanted, but that's fine. We're bouncing, good to go. I'm sure it was some grace that saved me money in the end, because you watch tomorrow, this thing could be boom above the 618, above where I sold, and I could have lost money. So this way, I may have lost portfolio value, but I didn't lose sats. So amen. If you ask me, I have a premonition we're going to see a big bounce off this next week. And a lot of that is based on, like I say, for the best that I can figure out right now, and if you guys know a better way to see this, I do think the Dow and S&P futures and the NASDAQ, especially the SPX, S&P 500, we're looking at a positive open via futures. So let's see what happens. Nothing's guaranteed, but I think if we stay positive futures wise for the S&P 500, then definitely the big Bitcoin overlay the two charts, they are one and the same, and you will find that that will be a good week for crypto starting, or at least a good Monday. Maybe you can see a little bit of a bump in the action, and you can do what you need to do. Anyway, sorry guys, I feel like I'm a little bit slow today. Maybe I am. So anyway, sorry. I'll keep this moving so we can get out of here. And basically, if you do look here, this is the 618 golden pocket there. that we were looking at earlier. As you can see, Bitcoin's challenging this 200 moving average on the 45-minute chart, trying to get above it. To get healthy again, let's say, to like really make a nice good move, and from where we're at a 200 moving average break and get above that 618, you're looking at, oh god, it's like 42%, 42.7. Woo! Well, you know what? Let's see if that happens next week. We really are poised. We are in quite the interesting spot. If I was to look here, let me actually add something to this. Add an indicator, just to RSI, just standard old RSI. Yeah, RSI and MACD. No, just RSI. RSIK would be a good idea. How about just RSI? RSI, come on. Favorites, script. Sorry, guys. My heavens, am I ever moving a little bit? There it is. Gosh, it's right in front of me. You can see the RSI here. Let me move this up. I'll even maximize this a little bit. You can see the RSI is definitely in the oversold territory. So, I mean, and that's the daily chart. And I mean, as you can see, where we've had oversolds before like this that are that deep, like here, you can see that was a beginning of a move. You know, here, that was beginning of sideways move, didn't quite work out. So we'll see if this one plays out. You know, sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Like back here, you know, it didn't quite play out right away, but it did eventually start getting a move up. So anyway, let's just see how this, also, if you kind of could do a corresponding MACD cross, you can kind of see where sometimes these things actually really do play out. Maybe they happen right away. Sometimes they kind of like fake you out like this one did. But I think the only reason this guy here, this RSI dip and positive MACD cross didn't happen was because of whatever disasters we've had recently that have kind of dumped the market. They're always happening. I don't even pay attention anymore. So let's just see what happens. We are at the right spot to see a move up, and really we are at the right spot, you know, chart wise here at the 786 bounce, to really, I think, have a good run up. It looks like quite a ways, but you know, if you put it in perspective, if you kind of step out a little bit and watch, yeah, it's like 42% up, but we definitely would get above the 50 moving average at that point. We'd get above the 618 and of course the 618 golden pocket, or the 20 WMA. So really, Bitcoin can do that in a few days. So hold tight. We might be in the right spot. You know, if we dump lower, well, we dump lower. I just don't really want to think about that, because if we do, then I don't know, that we'll just cross that bridge when it comes to it. But here's the deal. Even when Bitcoin's kind of weak like it is right now, maybe you don't want to short and long Bitcoin. I understand. You might want to just like, you know, hold your position. Well, one of the things you can do in like the bear market like we're in right now, is you can trade, take some of that BTC and buy alts with it on and off. So here's the thing, like here's REN. It's a cool alt versus REN versus BTC. If you go back to this positive 200 moving average cross back here on 15th of June, you can see got a blue diamond merit badge, been moving up ever since, nice and strong. So, you know, while Bitcoin's moving down, some alts are going to move against it. And if you're bought into them, you're going to make money. So REN, great buy. Ape has been going ape, you know. Nice break above the 200 moving average, moving up ever since, and right now it's retracing hard, kind of. I'm noticing a good deal of alts doing that, probably because Bitcoin's strengthening up for a Monday move. But if we were to look here, I'm going to go, yeah, I'll do a fib from right here. Yeah, maybe we'll bounce up the 382 or ground down to the 5. What if I fib from here? How does that look? Not much difference. So anyway, you know, watch some of these. You know, they're kind of easy trading. As you can see, they're very, I call them lopey, up, down, up, down, up, down, you know, down, up, down. We'll probably get an up after that. Just watch your indicators, watch the ADX to turn up, that directional index to start going green, positive, you know, the candle's growing, squeeze indicator to start getting some green, longer bars. Binary candles are going to stay in the green and the blue. ADX, watch for the tangent turn up it to get green again. Stochastic RSI is beautiful right here. It's getting ready to turn up. Average oscillator by Lazy Bear is not quite in agreement. I like it when they both are, but right now we definitely are over sold. So let's see what happens. Ape versus BTC is one to watch. While BTC is weak, you can definitely make some money there. Ruin versus BTC. I've been watching this one. It's kind of turning down right now, but it is so oversold here in the stochastic RSI. Let's see what happens. Eventually, this guy's going to turn around, unless it doesn't. But if I look at the fib retracement right now, we might be getting ready for a 382 bounce or a .5. Let's just watch it and see what happens. The 200 moving average is right here at the 618. Wow, if it actually went to there and retraced to move back up, that might be a very powerful move. So one to watch, Rune versus BTC. Sell. A lot of people get things Celsius crap these days, and I understand, but we had a powerful break above the 200 moving average back in middle of June. It's been kind of sideways, but right now, look at this. It's perking up this weekend here on the 45-minute chart. What's going on? I'm telling you right now, not financial advice, not a life coach, none of that. I can't guarantee a darn thing, but I'm telling you, man, I'm telling you, allegedly, somebody knows something. Somebody knows something. Look at that pump and look at that move up. Look at that wick. Somebody knows something. Well above the 200 moving average, indicators all looking good. Somebody knows something. Look for an announcement on Tuesday at the middle of the week. Somebody knows something, okay? They're going to be just fine. Sell's going to be just fine. It's a legit company. They did what they had to do by halting withdrawals. And like I say, I've gotten 2 interest payments since then, and all is well. NMR versus, and also I think when they actually do live through this, I'm actually thinking about taking a position out, because if they do live through this and all is well, and they open up for business next week, business as usual, Lambo, whoa, anyway. So NMR versus BTC, as you can see, it's been moving up ever since around middle of June. This is a beautiful upwards channel, looking good, retracing right now, going to the heartbeat of the channel. Directional index is right now starting to turn up. ADX is starting to turn up. ADX is starting to, BP, they got one. Oh God, I'm tired today. Sorry. This one, God, should I forget what it's called? What do you call? Oh my gosh. It's been a long day. The KRI. Yeah, the KRI is getting ready to turn up. Stochastic RSI is almost oversold. Which not sold by Lazy Bear is not in agreement with anything that's going on right now. Anyway, there we go, guys. So, this is the thing that I do, is I'll just start getting into some alts that are performing well against Bitcoin while it's dumping, and I'll just take my chances there. I put small positions in these, and while Bitcoin's dumping, maybe if you get it just right, you might even, keep the same portfolio value while Bitcoin's dumping. It's possible. Or actually make money while it's dumping. It can happen. I've done it. All right. Storage A versus BTC, a wonderful project. One of the things I like about Storage A is it's a real project. I think they've been around for a while. Real project, block storage, and basically blockchain block storage. It's a cool thing. This thing is moving. Can I even do like a channel on this one? Let's just see. Parallel channel. Let's start about here. Let's go up. Bam. This thing is crazy. Right now we're visiting the heartbeat of the channel once again. We're above the 200 moving average. We've been moving up powerfully since about the middle of June. Once again, these indicators actually are a little bit neutral right now, but not towards the negative side. This is actually a good chart. I'm going to watch for this thing to start moving up once again. I'll watch the directional index to start increasing, ADX to flip up, KRI to flip up again. And maybe we do need to be oversold a little bit. Let's wait for the stochastic RSI to visit the bottom and start moving up again. This one definitely a way to make money while Bitcoin is flaccid. SNX. This thing here exploded. It started to back around 18th of June. Boom, this thing's been up. It's starting to chill. I don't think this is over. I think it's just been an explosive run. Let's watch this one. Stochastic RSI is not oversold yet. This thing is crazy. It's been so volatile. I don't know exactly what to do with it, but definitely one to watch. This guy may be on its way to glory, so I'm keeping an eye on it. Sol versus BTC. Definitely, they've had some crazy news recently, some blockchain performance issues, some the devs doing strange things to some of the whales. I mean, I've seen some kind of horrifying stuff about Sol, but Solana, a good project. None of us win if Solana fails. I think they're going to work their stuff out, to be honest with you, and let's see what happens with them. We had a powerful break above the 200 moving average back in the middle of June. It's been kind of a nice, beautiful sawtooth pattern going up. Right now, we kind of sold off some today. Now we're moving back up. ADX is moving up again. Directional index is beginning to move up again. KRI just peaked. It just made a nice, beautiful tangent towards the upside. It'll be green shortly. Stochastic RSI is, if we can see it here, it's just tangented up. This thing is getting ready to continue up. It's in the middle of the RSI cave, not too high, not too low. This thing is definitely poised to continue making money as far as I can tell. So it's got a beautiful channel. I know Solana right now is, the brunt of a lot of, well, unsavory attention and negative commentary, all of which it probably deserves. But still, we've got a nice looking upwards channel going here. And, Solana, I don't think it's over yet. I think we'll see this thing continue up. Let's see how the market opens on Monday. Like I say, so that's the whole idea. What I was kind of trying to get across today was when Bitcoin is, in this kind of a mood where it's like it just doesn't really have a lot of, belief in itself, and it's kind of dumping. It's just something to keep in mind that, oh, crap. Let me go back that way. Yeah, there we go. It's just something to keep in mind. It will be fine, most likely. Bitcoin has been dead so many times, and, it's like, and you can't kill it. So here we go. It looks to me like we're making a beautiful 786 fib bounce. It makes sense. It's the right thing. Daily MACD is definitely turning towards the positive. You can see this is a place where we've held support before. You can kind of see, if you look, in my opinion, you're kind of seeing a V-shaped recovery here. I would not be surprised one bit if we were back above the 618 next week, above 28,000 and above the 50 moving average, that we might find a little bit of a resistance there, right around, as it sits right now, it's right around 29,000. So as crazy as it may sound, not financial advice, of course. It would not surprise me if we have a positive week next week that we actually see 30K plus once again. Just thinking, and a lot of that is based on, we'll revisit on Monday. Let's see if futures do open in the green. If they do, especially S&P 500, then we're going to see Bitcoin open in the green, and a 786 bounce is really going to be a glorious and powerful place to bounce. So let's see what happens. If not, well, when you go to Whole Foods, I'll be checking and I'll be like, how you doing? Okay, this guy here, he's great. Stephen Van Matry. I just kind of got turned on his channel recently. Just great. Most of the traditional market news. I'm going to put that in the live chat. Honestly, worth a follow on YouTube. This guy, for real. He puts out good stuff. A lot of great commentary. Well, Bitcoin Truth Seeker. Sorry this was kind of long and I was a little bit slow. We had a lot of things to cover. I will try to make these quicker. I always am attempting to do so and make these every day and early, not late like I am right now. I'll try to be up early, watching the market. We'll hang out on Tuesday morning and see which way things go. And as always, for every Bitcoin Satoshi you own, a piece of shit evil globalist cries. And that is a beautiful thing. This is the peaceful revolution. It does make a difference. And I'm glad you're here. Keep stacking sats and chilling.